Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jamie and today I'm going to do a couple product reviews for you. I have the new Charlotte Tilbury new releases. She released these like just a really small release the other day. They're coming, I think, in the first week in September, but these were like quick released on her site and I was able to scoop them up right away and I wanted to come and tell you guys about them. So I have this eyeshadow palette, which she's calling like a modern matte formula, and it's called the Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. You can see right there it has 6 different shades. I'll take you through swatches, formula comparison, a try on, all of the goods. I also have this lipstick, and this is in Runway Royalty, and it's a beautiful nude color, and I'm gonna try that on, do some comparisons as well, talk to you about the formula and all the great information to come with that. So if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel right now, I would love it if you would subscribe. That would be awesome. You just hit that little subscribe button right down there and I'd really appreciate it. So let's jump right into this. So first I'm gonna do the review, do some comparisons, and then I'm gonna do a try on. So that's the order of this video. I have the palette on my eyes right now. I actually put it on earlier. I filmed the try on first and then I'll add that at the end of the video. But let's look at the palette. So Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. And like I said earlier, she's calling this a modern matte formula. You can see very nude colors and then there's a black in there. They range in their tones. These 3 over here are warm tone. These 3 over here are more cool tone. But I mean, black, what is black? I guess that's a cool tone color. I mean, it's black. So anyway, I have swatched these out on my arm. So let me get my face out of here. So here they are. And you can see these are what she's calling the night shades and these are the daytime shades. It's very similar to, you know, typical Charlotte Tilbury neutral type of color range, but I really like this because I feel like I will wear and can wear and did wear all of the colors in this palette. So I really think that this was worth my money when I thought about purchasing these. So this right here actually is $57, which is quite expensive. I mean, just her quads are $53 or maybe $54 now. So $57, but you're getting 2 extra shades. I guess I have to do a comparison. I'll compare all the ounces and grams or whatnot in the description box below. So feel free to look down there if you have any questions. But modern matte is like an interesting way to describe this. It's not a satin formula. It's like a creamy matte formula. And like I said, there's the swatches right there. You know, she has her typical like smoke and define, enhance and prime shadows. And there's, you know, two smoke shadows, 2 enhanced shadows, and 2 prime shadows out of this. So the lightest ones are the prime, the middle ones of the quads. So these are prime, these are enhanced, and these are smoke shadows. So it's kind of par for the course when it comes to Charlotte Tilbury, if you know how she does those layouts. And it tells you on the back if you have any questions about that. So really quickly, let's compare this to the Darling palette. That's the other one I have. I know she released another nudes palette. I feel like very similar to this one. Maybe it was this one that she released before. I'm not sure, but I just have the Darling palette and you can see the comparison there. So I would say that the darker brown shades are on point. They are very similar. The other shades, the like mid-tone shades in this palette, they lean very like more warm than these do. So I think I can show it to you if I'll swatch this brown over here and I will quickly compare it. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but there is just so much more like warmth and depth and more of like a rusty undertone in these shades in the Darling palette. So the other thing is the formula I feel like is totally different. I feel like this is like this creamy texture, and then this one is definitely like a matte powder matte. So when they say modern matte, I feel like it's a modern creamy formula that she's using over here, and it almost has some shimmer. So let me show you on these because I didn't swatch them live, but let me grab one of these shades and see if you can see there's a little bit of like iridescent, I mean, it's just very slight, but it's like a very creamy type of formula coming off of that. So I think it's really great. It worked really well, and I really feel like it ended up like not having as much fallout because it was more of a creamy formula. So I really like that. Wasn't a lot of fallout in the pan, wasn't a lot of fallout on my face. So I thought that was a very good move on her part. What it did remind me of was this old palette that I have. I don't know if anyone else still has this, but this is the Icon palette she put out a couple years ago. And this one had those creamy shades in there. I really feel like this is the formula. This same formula is what she's brought out in these palettes, but no metallics. You know, she just stuck to the mattes. And in here, we've got 1, 2, 3 mattes. And I feel like that is the formula that she has in the new palette. So I swatched the 3 mattes in here and like kind of comparing them. I really feel like the black and the brown, the dark brown, so right here and right here, I feel like that is the same formula, and I feel like the blacks are the same formula. So if you remember this palette, if you liked this palette, I think that this is the formula that she's bringing back, which, I mean, I like those matte shades. The metallics in here were not my favorite, but I have kept this palette around, and I think it's interesting that it feels like it's that formula that she's brought back. So anyway, that is really the comparisons that I have for this Super Nudes palette. You can see in the try-on that I'll put in after this, I really like it, you know, just a little heads up there. But now let's move into the lipsticks. So I actually have the lipstick on right now, and this is in Runway Royalty. I have a lip liner on though, and it's kind of changing the color of the lipstick. So I want to take this off, be right back, and let's swatch this on my lips. Okay, this is the Kissing formula. She hasn't had too many of her new releases in the Kissing formula. I feel like most of her new releases have been in the matte formula, or she did the Hot Lips formula not too long ago. So I'm excited to have the Kissing formula back in my life. I actually haven't, I had one color in the Kissing formula and I got rid of it. It was very pink. Too pink for me. I got it in one of those mystery boxes. So let me put this on for you. So I know this color is actually said to be like a peachy nude color, and you can see on my lips, it definitely is really close to my natural lip color. So maybe possibly like a little bit lighter than my natural lip color, and I love it. This formula is like the creamiest formula that she has. It's not really shiny, but it's a little bit glossy. I really like this finish, and it just feels so comfortable, hydrating on the lips. I really like this. It's not gonna last as long as the matte formula probably, because it always seems like the creamier the formula, the quicker the lipstick fades. But in any case, this is a really great formula. So I'm very excited about this. So $34. And I think out of all her new nude shades, this is the only one that's in the Kissing formula. So let's do some Charlotte Tilbury other lipstick comparisons, and let's just see what we think about this. So I did a bunch of swatches on my arm. This is all the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that I own, like pure lipsticks. So here they are right here. So let's start with, this is the one that we're talking about today. This is the Runway Royalty right there. So beautiful. That's the Kissing formula. That's the only one that I own in the Kissing formula right now. So we move over, and this is the Nude Romance color. That's that new one. That is in the matte formula. And you know, it's kind of similar. This one is definitely a deeper nude color. This one's lighter, and it seems like a bit more pink. This one runs more warm toned and deeper. So this next one over is In Love with Olivia, and that one is that Hot Lips formula. So this is Kissing formula, this is Matte Revolution formula, this is Hot Lips, this is the Glowing Jen one, and that's Hot Lips as well. And then this one on the end is Very Victoria, and that's the matte formula. Going this way, this is Pillow Talk Original, and this is Pillow Talk Medium. So you can see it's definitely lighter than the other ones, and I do want to wear the lip liner with this. I always wear lip liners with lighter lipsticks. So that's how I started the video out with it on, but I really like this formula, really comfortable. I mean, Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are an investment, and I'm not sure if these new ones, let me see. No, this one is not removable, so you're not gonna be able to get the refill sold separately. So just something to keep in mind. It's beautiful as always. It's typical Charlotte Tilbury packaging. I feel like it is, yeah, exactly the same as my Very Victoria. So that's up to you if you think that this is worth it. I am very happy with this purchase as well. But once again, I mean, they're so expensive for lipsticks. But that is my lipstick try-on and comparisons. And now let's jump into the try-on of the eyeshadow palette. Okay, we're gonna jump into a tutorial with this palette, but if you hear my kids are out there and they're really loud and really excited about different things, so please don't mind them, but they're just being kids. What can you do, you know? That's what they do. So let's jump in. I'm gonna jump into the lightest shade right here and try to kind of set my eyelids with it. I have not really had too much experience with Charlotte Tilbury mattes. I bought this because so many people have raved about the mattes. I know that, who is it? Samantha March, who I really like watching. She like raved about one of the 4-pan, I think it was like the copper eye shade palette or something. You know, she was really into it. So I don't know, that just made me think like maybe I would be into it. So I figured I'd wanted to pick this one up, and I could see myself wearing all this. So I'm gonna go into this one over here, this like lighter of the browns, and try to start building this up in the crease. Ooh, it's going on nice. I remember, wasn't the last palette like matte kind of like this, but then they said, somebody said they were really satinish. I guess I can see that. I don't know if these are true matte. I probably have explained that by now since I did the swatches at the intro of the video, but in real time, I'm actually putting this on before I do the intro. Okay, so I think that looks good so far. It's really blended out nice. I'm gonna go back in with that lighter shade and just dust that again up here on my brow bone. So I wanna keep that light, and I kind of blended that crease color pretty far up. Because I have very hooded eyes, I do often blend my crease high. I'm gonna go into this next darkest brown now and start building up like the outer corner of my eye and a little bit deeper into my crease. These are building up really nice. It's like they're pigmented, but not too pigmented where you're like, oh no, I gotta do tons of blending. This has been really nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in and go into the deepest brown. I'm gonna concentrate this right on the outer corner here. All right, I had to leave for a minute, and you'll probably notice there's an addition in my background back there. That's my daughter, Jessie. She has decided to come in here and watch videos. So that's what we're doing. And I asked her to turn her tablet down so it's not too loud. So hopefully you guys can't hear it, but this is just a tutorial anyway, so I'll probably just speed through this. But I am going into the black right now, taking a little bit of that and putting it on my lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and try to blend a little bit. Oh wow, so this looks really good, I think. So let me close my eyes for you guys so you can check it out. I think it looks really, really pretty. I am gonna do one more thing and darken up this outer corner just a little bit more, but I think we're pretty close to done. So I'm going into the darkest brown and I'm going right in here. All right, so that is it blended out on my eyes. I really like it. I am actually gonna take one more thing. I can never let it go, can I? I am gonna take a little bit of this on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna use this color. I didn't use this one at all. So this is like a really great crease color. This one seems like it's a little bit more cool tone. All right, so that is it. I just have this on. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna do the intro, but I can definitely tell you right now by using this palette, this experience right here has been great. I mean, I can see what everybody was raving about with these mattes. I've never really realized that Charlotte Tilbury mattes were that great. I've never noticed this type of formula in the past palettes that I've had. I've had like the long quads and then or the long, like holiday palettes, and then I've also had quads, and I didn't notice the formula in the quads was that fantastic when it came to the matte shadow, but this is really impressive. I didn't have any fallout, and actually wait, I do have fallout now, I see. Just kind of the angle I was looking at, but I have minor fallout, nothing too crazy. And I think it looks really good, really nicely blended. I like it. So I say if you're on the fence, go for it. I really think that this is gonna be like an everyday staple palette for me. So easy to use and convenient. I really like it. So that's my opinion on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.